In this video, I'm going to explain how to work with form fields and then capture their value for any sort of evaluation or processing inside your JavaScript. So the first thing you want to do, this is the same file I've been using in the previous videos. And the first thing I did here is at the end of my HTML, right before the script tag opens, I went ahead and created a text field using my form tags. So the first thing I have is a label. Do you want to join our mailing list? Yes or no. So I'm going to have the user type in a yes or a no. And so the input field is type text, and I gave it an ID, my answer. Now, next to that, I put in a button to submit the answer. And the reason I did this is so that I have an event with which to call my function check answer. So notice I've got my on-click event embedded in my button tag, set equal to the function name. Notice that I have the open and close for parentheses. It's very easy to forget those here. So try to remember to include those. Your function won't run if you omit those. And keep the whole thing as a string in quotation marks. So the user is going to enter in a value, click the button, and then down here in my code, I have a function called check answer. And in check answer, this is how you would get to the value. All right, so it's document.getElementById, my answer, that's the ID I created for the text input field, and it's .value is what you want to use. So I'm going to grab the value and I'm going to put it into this variable user value. User value is a global variable that I created up at the top here. And then once I have that value, I want to show it in the console so I can prove that it read the value correctly. So the user entered answer is, and then I put in user value. Now, the user could enter anything they want. This is an input field. I didn't force any sort of mask so that they'll definitely enter yes the way I want them to or no the way I want them to. So that's one thing to consider. I just want to show you how to grab the value and then do something with it. So let's just run this code. Okay, and you want to open up your developer tools. So again, you could just do the F12 key to do that. And here, do you want to join our list? Yes or no? And there's my submit answer button. So I'm going to type in yes with the uppercase Y. And I'm going to press submit. And it read it in correctly. Right? So that's pretty good. And now you can refresh the page to try again. Say no. Okay. Now, if you have different field types, the logic is the same, but I would take a look at W3 schools when you're working with radio buttons and when you're working with checkboxes. I believe a checkbox is a true-false value. So just double check which field type you're working with.